Prepare to be enchanted as our protagonist is summoned once more to a magical world brimming with peril and wonder. Welcome back to our channel, your gateway to immersive recaps of the most underrated anime out there. Before we dive into the thrilling recap, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay updated on the latest and greatest anime. A group of students in a high school sit in a classroom going about their normal routine and gossip. The protagonist Yuki and his childhood best friend Yuki talk about his hair and how it covers his eye. Suddenly, a seal appears on the ground of the classroom, and all the students are teleported to another world. Everyone panics, but Yuki remains calm and analyzes the situation. A bunch of armored knights walk into the desert the students were summoned into, and all the students try to run away. A knight attacks Yuki, but he pushes it away with his finger only. The Knights of Destinia then arrive and tell the students to flee to shelter. Later comes the Princess of Destinia addressing the students and claiming that they were sent to help in the war, which has erupted again. Yuki seems surprised that the war is still going on. The princess asks the foreign heroes to help Destinia in its fight against the demons. The students seem reluctant, but the princess tells them of a hero who came 5 years ago to help stop the war with the demons. The students agree to help and are sent to be trained by the knights. Yuki tries her best to learn magic, and Yuki watching her. One of the knights appears and finds Yuki slacking off, which causes her to taunt him. Yuki reveals that he knows her name is Elka, and she gets ready to punish him. They dash at each other, and Yuki gains the upper hand and smacks her butt, eliciting a reaction from her. Elka recognizes him as the old hero Setsu, and immediately her attitude changes with him, and she starts worshipping him, even allowing him to sit on her. She tells her friends about Setsu returning, and they meet with Thea, the mage, in a room. They go outside to talk and reminisce about their past and the war. Setsu claims that he will end the war again by himself, just like last time. After a quick stealth run to the dungeon to get Setsu's sword, which results in the whole castle being put on alert, Setsu is ready to leave for the demon continent to figure out who's behind the war this time. Yuki finds Setsu when he's about to leave and runs to him, wanting to join him. Setsu declares that he must do this alone. Yuki hugs him and uses wind and fire magic to cut his hair to reveal his other eye. Setsu laughs and cuts her off by flicking her forehead and telling her to train more so she can dodge it. Then he will consider her training complete. He then walks off into the sunset towards the demon continent, and the episode ends. In a peculiar flashback, a master jeweler presents an assortment of dazzling rings and brooches to a mysterious figure. The jeweler is arguing with the person, claiming that he cannot sell his items to the person and that his pride is greater than whatever price anyone offers him. The jeweler's granddaughter Ruri walks in on this interaction and watches the two adults arguing. The mysterious man hands a pouch filled with gold to the jeweler, and the jeweler immediately changes his tone and gives the mysterious person the merchandise. The flashback ends, and there's a funeral for the jeweler and Ruri collecting his precious items and heading out on a journey to deliver them. She's passing through the forest in the dark, and suddenly her horse stops in the middle of the road. Slightly panicking, she urges the horse to move. Suddenly, she feels a chill in her spine, and a large monster jumps her cart, causing it and the horse to fall over. All of her grandfather's merchandise is on the road, and the monster is about to attack her before she at once saved by Setsu, who slashes at the monster to kill it. Ruri thinks Setsu is here to take money from her, but he brushes her off and says he was just in the area and helped her out. Setsu advises her to find a guard, as traveling alone for a little girl with all this merchandise is too dangerous. Ruri asks Setsu to be her guard, and at first he denies it, claiming to have his own work to do, but eventually decides to help Ruri. They get on a horse and ride to the nearby harbor. Upon reaching the harbor, Ruri tells Setsu that she booked a ship to take her to the demon continent, but the captain of the ship denies her and tells her that they can't take her. After getting rejected by every ship captain in the harbor, Ruri is approached by some knights who harass her and try to get her to give up her grandfather's special brooch. Setsu steps in and tells the knights off, who leave after seeing people gather in the harbor. Ruri and Setsu settle into an inn for the night, and Ruri tells him about her grandfather's special brooch that he'd fixed for a client from the demon continent. It's her grandfather's prized possession, and she must deliver it to the demon continent. Later in the night, Setsu and Ruri are about to be arrested by the same knights as before. Setsu grabs Ruri and they try to escape the knights but are cornered over on a ledge. Setsu taunts the knight and grabs Ruri and jumps over the ledge into the sea. He calls for a friend of his, and a giant leviathan emerges from the sea and they land on it. Ruri questions just who she has hired as a guard, and Setsu asks Livia, the Leviathan, to take them to the demon continent, and the episode ends. Subsequently, Livia is seen fighting a huge squid after dropping Setsu and Ruri on the shore of the demon continent. Livia asks for Setsu's help but manages to kill the squid by itself. Later, she turns into a human form, and Ruri recognizes her as Leviathan, the god of the sea, and is startled by the friends that Setsu has. Setsu fries the dead squid like fried onions, and Ruri and Livia both love him. Livia comments how Setsu didn't help her and disappeared suddenly for 5 years. Setsu is embarrassed and brushes the comment off. Livia tells Setsu and Ruri how the demon village Volsi is close, and the demon leader's castle Evil Barrow is up on the trail. Setsu comments how that is where Ruri is delivering her package, and Livia and Setsu both tell Ruri that the Desestal Sereno she's delivering the brooch to is a demon lord and is startled. Later, Setsu, Ruri, and Livia go to the nearby fishing village. The people in the village are complaining about the giant squid in the sea, which is preventing them from fishing and ruining their lives. Setsu comes in with a giant dead squid in tow. The villagers are delighted and start celebrating. Setsu sets up a squid ring stall and gives him to the villagers, and Livia is sat on a throne and is worshipped for killing the squid. Vlad, the right-hand man of the demon lord, watches from afar and thinks the village is on fire due to the humans attacking them and rushes towards the village. Livia and Setsu are seen on the shore, and Vlad rushes in to thank Livia and recognizes Setsu, commenting on his changed appearance from 5 years ago. Vlad tells both of them about how the demon lord is in trouble and being subjugated by a man who claims he can end the war between humans and demons. Setsu and Livia are stunned by this. They cannot believe that the powerful demon lord could be subjugated by any curse. Setsu is concerned for her, and he and Livia declare that they will help the demon lord and save her from this shady person. Vlad comments on how this war began once more because the humans attacked the demon continent. They get ready to run toward the castle where the demon lord is, and Vlad tells them about how the path is riddled with monsters and the demon lord is surrounded by strong guards. Setsu talks to Livia about how it's strange that both the demons and humans think they were attacked by each other, yet they were both attacked by the same armored knights. The episode ends with Setsu and Livia dashing toward the castle and killing the monsters in the way. Livia reminisces about her past with Setsu as she rushes onward toward the castle to free the demon lord and get to the bottom of the war between the humans and demons. As we bid farewell to our lovely protagonist Setsu, craving more of his captivating adventures, brace yourself for further action-filled recaps as Setsu battles powerful beings and curses. Will he be able to triumph over them all? Join us in the next video as we witness the triumphs and tribulations of our beloved hero. Don't forget to like and subscribe for timely updates.